This tower is that big now. Problem identified. I need one of these to go there. I was a bit keen. I need to take all of this off. That is 88 individual Lego tap pieces that do a lot. You need the pointy bit on the top. Hello the internet and welcome back to Studio J. You're joining me in the studio today for another review, specifically of a Lego build I've done. Further specifically, of this monster! Yes, the Lego Artemis SLS Space Launch... What's it called? The Lego NASA Artemis Space Launch System. That was a mouthful. But that's what I'm bringing to you fine folks here today, is my experience over building this beast over 5 days, because that is how long it took me. Starting this off where all Lego builds begin, opening the box. This build is split into two parts, the launch tower for the rocket and the rocket itself, which is reflected in how the bags are split within the box. Tower being inside this white box, and the rocket's bags being loose inside the main box. With there being 27 separate bags for this build, it is easiest to just tip them out and then organise them afterwards, so enjoy some gratuitous slow motion, because who doesn't love a bit of slow-mo? If your OCD is anything like mine with a build of this size, organising the bags is definitely one of the most important things you can do, especially when you get to the tower section. More on that later. Coming in at 3,601 pieces, this set is one of the biggest in terms of part number I have ever built. It certainly steals the title of thickest instructions at 369 pages from the other thick instruction manual I have of the Lego Space Shuttle at 318. Although I did enjoy building the shuttle more. I don't know if this shows on the cameras, but black one shuttle, white one Artemis. You can see the difference in the thickness. The first 4 bags has you building the innards of the base of the launch tower, all the structural bricks that you won't see, hence the non-standard NASA grey wacky colours. This is to support the weight of the tower itself and eventual rocket, as the SLS rocket is the last bit that I'll be building. But you can't launch a rocket without a launch tower, so you know that makes sense. These first 4 bags took me just over 30 minutes to complete. Then it is on to bags 5, 6, 7 and 8 to finish off the outer edges and top of the launch pad. Although if you want to give it its proper name, it's Mobile Launcher Platform, or MLP, because NASA loves its overly descriptive names that it can cut down to a 3-letter abbreviation. With the pad in a deceptively finished looking state, trust me, it's not. These 4 bags took just over 35 minutes to do, putting the total build time so far at 1 hour and 8 minutes. Next is on to bag number 9 for more utility building than aesthetics, with the construction of the 14 feet for the launch pad and a mount for the rocket that is half accurate to what the actual mounting looks like in real life and half structural to support the model rocket that you won't see once it's on. That being this little sticky up bit that I'm building now. Bag number 10 is more fun and games, putting bricks and plates onto the launch platform, and then we get to the fence around the edge. Now, I had seen other people warning about this, and I would be remiss in my review if I did not pass on that warning. Yes, that is 88 individual Lego tap pieces that you have to put around the edge of the platform. I won't even bother showing you the time lapse, we'll just skip straight to the end. I even had a couple left over. Then it's onto the tail service masts that fuel the core stage and a sneaky little Lego Easter egg. The green, red and white 1x2 plates being stacked have a rich history with Lego, specifically the Octan Fuel Company. It's a Lego rocket, so Lego fuel, right? The last mast in place means the base of the platform is now complete, with bags 9 and 10 taking 40 minutes, bringing the total build time to 1 hour and 48 minutes. The launch tower. Where do I begin? If you like repetitive building, then do I have the thing for you, the LEGO Artemis Space Launch System Tower. It starts off simply enough building the base of the tower. We have not gotten to the repetitive step yet. The first 2 levels are fairly straightforward, building the section of the tower that tapers to the square sections that dominated a whole day of my life when I built it. But I do feel for the designers of this kit in creating something that is accurate to what it represented, all the while knowing how much of a chore it would be to build. Bag 13 is a little perplexing, being in this particular place in the instructions. Bear with me. Adding 2 levels to the tower before going back to the base in bag 14 to build the main structural supports that slope in from the base of the tower. Don't get why it's in that order, but who am I to question the instructions? And whilst you are here, if you are enjoying this, feel free to check out the rest of the channel, particularly the short section where I do have a day-by-day build of this monster. And whilst you're there, why not subscribe to the channel and do all the other cool stuff the kids these days are doing so you don't miss a new video. Yes, the launch tower of repetitive death continues, with bags 16, 17 and 18 being yet more of the same of build these 2 sections of the tower with only minor differences, so you can't just autopilot build them, you have to pay attention, and then plop them onto the tower to make it that bit taller. Because it's not already tall enough as it is, apparently. This tower is that big now that I have to put my tripod on the desk to film putting the bits on it. Very big tower. Although with bag 18 you do get the unbridled joy at the realisation that it is the final section of the launch tower's main structure that you have to endure building, putting those last 3 bags at 53 minutes and 1 second build time, and the total build time now at 4 hours 11 minutes and change. Slight tower update, it's not there anymore. Moved it over here because it's finished being built, but it's very big and very in the way for building space. So tower there. Tower's going to go there when it's finished, but for now tower there. Anyway, bag 19. And if you thought that was done with the tower, oh my dear viewer, you are mistaken, because this thing takes up bags 1 to 21 of the 27 bags of this set. It should really be called the NASA Space Launch System Tower with bonus rocket. However, bag 19 is a bit of a change, as you are now working on the articulating umbilical connections for said bonus rocket. I do now understand why NASA has such an unpleasant time building these things in real life, and it does leave you wondering why go to so much effort for only 3 launches, because after the 3rd launch of this rocket, it is getting an upgrade that will require an entirely new tower. I suppose that means there's going to be another set coming in the future. All the umbilicals fold away. And I missed the installing of the top bit there. There you go, so it does that. Bag 19, and I swear we are nearly done with this tower. It's the crew access arm for your tiny LEGO astronauts. Although it is a little disappointing that there are no minifigs with this set. So this goes on there. The final bag of the tower wouldn't be true to form without it being a, you guessed it, repetitive build. This time connecting all of these short rod pieces together to make the pipes that carry the cryogenic fuels for the rocket up to the umbilicals that I just connected. But this is the final bit of the tower. It is done. Tower done. The tower is finished. Those final 3 bags took me just 4 seconds shy of half an hour, and the total build time to 4 hours and 41 minutes. Build day 4. Tower's done. Now build rocket. Where was that in the instructions?
Core stage build-up is fairly straightforward, building the structural innards of the stage to hold the 4 side panels that you build out of sloped sections to give it the semblance of being a cylinder, and 4 Lego beehive pieces on the bottom to represent those RS-25 rocket engines. The best rocket engines ever made.
I can put it on here for now. Got the whole tower, might as well use it. This comes up. This comes up. Oh, it clips. Oh, Lego, you're being clever again. It clips on there like that, look. And then round the other side. Camera focus. Come on, clip on. There we go. Okay. It's getting there. Almost rocket. Almost launchable. Well, I mean, you could launch that. Not that it would do a lot. You need the pointy bit on the top. It's good. Okie dokie. This is day what? 5, I think. Day 5 of this build. Hey, I nailed the page. There we go. Okay. Bag 26.
Then I finally get to find out what the enormous axle rods were for, stacking the solid rocket boosters. And then I encountered the perplexing part of this build with its stickers and printed decals.
Oh, these have actually got decals kind of like printed on them, and I need to look for a specific one. Oh, fun. Plain white, plain white. It's plain white. I've got to put a sticker on it. Why have some of these got these on and others I have to put a sticker on? That does not make sense.
Seriously, it does not make sense. Why are some stickers and some printed details? Why, Lego? Why?
I'm going to place it as close as I can. As the instructions say, you're supposed to leave a gap, but that makes the worm look silly. It is now NAS. Still doesn't look great compared to what the real worm is supposed to look like, but Rocket says NASA on it.
SRB sufficiently wormed, I carried on stacking until I made my first big mistake of the build. Or at least the first one I'm admitting to because it was caught on camera.
Because you should be attaching on. No problem. What am I missing? What have I missed? What crucial bit that's probably down here have I missed?
A few moments later.
That should not be there. That should be flush. Those parts should be connected.
3 hours later.
Problem identified. I need one of these to go there. I was a bit keen. I need to take all of this off to put this in. So let's just get that ready. Haha! We have one SRB completed. Well, mostly completed. It still needs another sticker. There you go. You can barely see it's a sticker on camera. Okay. Done. I need to do this again now.
Mistake successfully rectified. The second booster rocket was just a mirror image, rinse and repeat of the first. Just without the bit where I miss a section and then get very confused as to why the nose cone is not going on right.
Another SRB done. Which means, according to the instructions, I have to go and get a part of Rocket. We have bottom stage of Rocket. Let's put it on.
And for the final bag, my memory card issues were fully resolved, and I can give you the view that I intended on alternating throughout this build, the top down, as I finish off bag 27 that has you building the interstage adapter for the interim cryogenic propulsion stage, Orion crew capsule and launch escape system. You know, all those big NASA words. And the build time for those final two bags was 52 minutes and 40 seconds.
Right, so that goes on there. Arms come up, lock on. Move the tower out of the way. Upper stage slots in, clip. Interstage clip. That all spins down. Move the crew arm around. And there we have it. One completed rocket and tower. Boy, that was a build. That was a hell of a build. 5 days. And it's done.
So, my final thoughts on this thing. I mean, yeah, it does look cool and all, sat there ready to blast off to the moon. But my main memory, my main takeaway from this is the tedium, the repetitiveness, the boredom of building the tower. It's probably why it took me 5 building sessions over 5 days to finish. And you'll all be wondering what my final build time was. It came in at 6 hours, 17 minutes and 44 seconds. So this makes it not only the largest Lego set that I've ever built, it's also the longest build time I have ever done. Coming in at 40 minutes longer than another space Lego set, my favourite Lego set that I've ever built, the Shuttle. This thing came in at only 5 hours and 37 minutes to build, so well done Lego, you've extended your lead by a whole 40 minutes. Now it's maybe not quite as feature rich as you've gotten with some of the other Lego space builds. Shuttle has more features, but the articulating umbilicals and the fact that the rocket does break down into its component stages is a very nice way of building it and does give you a lot of display options as well. Especially as you can have the little Orion capsule as a standalone mini, so I suppose this does make up for the fact that it's got no minifigs in it, but you get a mini capsule. So whilst I did not enjoy this build, I will not lie to you, it is a very boring build and I honestly did not have fun doing it. Once it is finished, it does look good. I can't deny that it looks very nice when it's finished. It's just real boring to build. Now I hope the internet that you have enjoyed watching this condensed version of me building that monster behind me over the course of 5 days. I do have more Lego on the way. It's another big set. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to let it be a surprise, but it is coming soon. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.